1 in 3 people know this fact. Dog can smell human fear. 1 out of 10 people know this fact. A person can die due to heartbreak. 1 out of 24 people know this fact. Your ears have sand, which prevents insects from entering your ears. 1 out of 58 people know this fact. A person in America had continuous hiccups for 68 years. 1 out of 70 people know this fact. A disabled person can feel his lost body part. 1 out of 90 people know this fact. Some animals can be allergic to human skin. 1 out of 105 people know this fact. Murder rates increase in summer season. 1 out of 200 people know this fact. It is illegal to keep a guinea pig in Switzerland. They must be kept in pairs, otherwise they go into depression. 1 out of 310 people know this fact. Octopus has 3 hearts. 1 out of 450 people know this fact. Planet Venus rotates clockwise. 1 out of 330 people know this fact. Ants do not have lungs. 1 out of 850 people know this fact. In France, a person eats a whole plane in 2 years. 1 out of 900 people know this fact. There are only 25 limbs left in the world. 1 out of 1000 people know this fact. Alcohol starts working 5 minutes after it enters in the body. 1 out of 1500 people know this fact. The world's shortest battle lasted in 38 minutes. 1 out of 2000 people know this fact. Hippos cannot swim in water. 1 out of 3000 people know this fact. Smell can permeate liquids. 1 out of 5500 people know this fact. Your nose and ears never stop growing. 1 out of 6600 people know this fact. Children grow faster in springtime. 1 out of 8000 people know this fact. The DNA of banana and humans is more than 60% similar. 1 in 9000 people know this fact. Animals experience time differently. Some in faster motion and some in slow motion. 1 out of 11,000 people know this fact. The longest living dog is 31 years old. 1 out of 15,000 people know this fact. There are about 200 dead bodies on the way to Mount Everest that have been left to show the way to new travelers. 1 in 19,000 people know this fact. Coffee beans are actually not beans. They are the seeds of a red berry. 1 out of 22,000 people know this fact. As we grow older, we lose our bones. 1 out of 26,000 people know this fact. 1 million Earth can be fit inside the sun. 1 out of 28,000 people know this fact. We breathe through only one nostril at a time. 1 out of 30,000 people know this fact. Months cannot eat anything that do not have digestive system. 1 out of 37,000 people know this fact. Finland is the happiest country in the world. 1 out of 40,000 people know this fact. Pine trees can predict rain. 1 out of 43,000 people know this fact. A plant can grow in your lungs if the seed goes into the lungs through the windpipe. 1 in 48,000 people know this fact. More than 100 lightning flashes every second in the world. 1 out of 50,000 people know this fact. Sharks are older than trees on Earth. 1 out of 54,000 people know this fact. A dead horse can blast due to methane. 1 out of 58,000 people know this fact. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. 1 out of 60,000 people know this fact. Eating fish can cause allergy. 1 out of 68,000 people know this fact. Tying a tie tightly can reduce blood flow into the brain. 1 out of 70,000 people know this fact. Some insects can fly up to 3.25 km above sea level. 1 out of 72,000 people know this fact. In America, a cock remained alive for 18 months even after its head was cut off. 1 out of 74,000 people know this fact. There are no mosquitoes in Iceland. 1 in 76,000 people know this fact. A cloud weighs more than 1,000,000 tons. 1 in 78,000 people know this fact. Chainsaws were first invented for delivery. 1 out of 79,000 people know this fact. Snake can sense an earthquake before it occurs. 1 out of 81,000 people know this fact. Your nails grow faster in summer. 1 out of 83,000 people know this fact. It takes 2 years to grow a pineapple. 1 out of 85,000 people know this fact. Cows make best friends. 1 out of 86,000 people know this fact. More than one-leg birds die every year due to wind turbines. 1 in 88,000 people know this fact. People in Egypt worship onions. 1 out of 90,000 people know this fact. Most of the world's maps are wrong. 1 out of 92,000 people know this fact. The planet named 55 Can E is made entirely of diamonds. Its diameter is twice that of Earth. 1 of 94,000 people know this fact. Fireflies glow to attract females. 1 in 96,000 people know this fact. Horses cannot vomit. 1 out of 99,000 people know this fact. Lighter was invented even before matchstick. 1 out of 1 lakh people know this fact. A horse has more power than 1 horsepower. 1 out of 1 lakh 10,000 people know this fact. Rats laugh loudly when tickled. 1 out of 1 lakh 30,000 people know this fact. Cows have different accents depending on the place. 1 out of 1 lakh 50,000 people know this fact. It is impossible to burp in space. 1 out of 1 lakh 80,000 people know this fact. Pangolins eat more than 35,000 ants in a day. 1 out of 2 lakh people know this fact. Water has its own memory. 1 out of 2 lakh 10,000 people know this fact. Comets smell like rotten eggs. 1 in 2 lakh 30,000 people know this fact. The Greenland shark lives for 400 years. 1 out of 2 lakh 80,000 people know this fact. Giraffes are more likely to be struck by lightning than humans. 1 out of 3 lakh people know this fact. Orchida's eyes are bigger than its brain. 1 out of 4 lakh 70,000 people know this fact. Pencils can be turned into diamonds. 1 out of 5 lakh 20,000 people know this fact. Lego bricks are stronger than concrete. 1 out of 6 lakh people know this fact. 30 million years ago, monkeys crossed the Atlantic Ocean and reached South America. 1 out of 7 lakh 30,000 people know this fact. In France, a pig was hanged for the murder of a child. 1 out of 9 lakh people know this fact. A dog inherited $80 million. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and also subscribe the channel.